And we are live. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Tonight we are talking about game key cards and how much they suck. They've sucked from the beginning. They suck right now. They're going to continue to suck, and we're going to talk about that as well as some possibility of Nintendo Direct chatter. Rumors, not leaks. No leaks here. Just rumors. And you may notice already, besides this lovely music from Yoshi's Woolly World that I've been playing right now, you may be noticing that Drip's not here. That's because I'm solo tonight. Drip's not available to be on the podcast tonight, and I am here. Me, myself, and I. And you in the chat, if you're watching this live. If you're not watching this live, if you want to skip forward about 10, 15 minutes or so, when we're going to begin the actual recording of this episode. But for now, this is the pre-show. Welcome to the pre-show. How you doing? Martin's here. How you doing, Martin? Good to see you, man. How you doing? Well, I don't have it with me, Martin. We'll talk in DMs, Martin. I don't know if I'm going to sell. I'm not sure if you're still interested, but I'm also not sure if I'm selling. So we'll talk in the DMs about that. I've been loving the Switch Lite, playing some Skyward Sword on it. We're Mod guests tonight as well, by the way. Hi, Martin. Tonight, this podcast is sponsored by Savage Raven. How to do this right here? Savage Raven. And their new grip case for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's a really cool product. I don't have it with me, but you guys know I got the Neo grip right here. Boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. I love the Neo grip. I also have their screen protector, the matte screen protector. It's an amazing screen protector. It saved me from a drop. I dropped my Switch and I cracked my screen protector, as well as the stick caps. I love their stuff. This max carry case is, or mega, is it? No, yeah, this is the max carry case. This is my favorite case of this generation so far. I love this thing. It's incredible. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna get some notifications out. I don't think I actually sent out the notifications to the Discord. Boom. And then bam. And then bong. There we go. Notifications have been sent. If you're in the stream, please leave a like. I'd appreciate that. We're trying to get to 30 likes tonight. Been saving it for an Asus. Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So I asked you guys in the Discord for some questions. That was more of the backup plan. I don't know if I'll actually read them on the show tonight. I think I will have time. I should have time. I'm going to read some now in the pre-show a little bit here. No, Nuge. If you're watching, no. Drip does not have a missus. There's no Mrs. Drip. Reasons why Geeb is better than Drip. Geeb would have sent me a mic. Geeb would have sent me a mic so I could coast with you. Has he not sent you a mic yet, Mega? Do I even have a mic I can send you? No, I gave my mic to Kenny. I have this mic and then the mic in the background. You can see right there, Mrs. Geeb's mic. That's all I got right now, man. Has he not sent you that mic yet? Drip. Yeah, Meg, but I'm excited to when you get your stuff and when you get set up, I'm excited for you to get on the streams. It'd be kind of fun, man. Although I'm telling you, the one time your laptop mic sounded really good when we were talking to you. It sounded really good. Like, this is a good mic on that laptop. Joey Pitts, what's up, man? Spartan, what is up? Yeah, I'm Megabyte. I guarantee you it's still sitting next to his door. I guarantee it. He's probably got something for me sitting next to his door too. I don't know what he's gonna send me. He doesn't tell me anything. He just does that. Spartan and Pitts. Joey Pitts. What's up, guys? Good to see you guys. Let me see here. How we doing? How was your today is Wednesday. How's your Wednesday doing today, everybody? What we got 9 people hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Hey, 9 likes already. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm solo tonight, guys. I did a little intro thingy. I'm solo tonight. No Drip tonight. We are by ourselves tonight. So I appreciate you guys being here, being my co-host. You guys in the live chat. Appreciate you guys being here, being in the live chat. What have we been playing? Tell me what Switch 2 games, if any, have you been playing recently? Or if not Switch 2, what have you been playing? I want to know. Let me tell me. My AirPods mic, I think, sounds good. Oh, the AirPods Max. Those might sound okay. The thing with those Bluetooth, first of all, Bluetooth is working against them. Bluetooth does not send good audio compared to just plugging in a cable. Plugging in a cable mic barring a really bad one, beats Bluetooth any day, even your expensive like AirPods Max headphones. The other thing it's working against those kind of wireless headphones is the mics are over here somewhere. They're, whether they're in your ear or just outside your ear like those Max would be, they're not in front of your mouth. They need mics. No matter how good a mic can be, you can have the best studio microphone in the history of microphones. If the mics are over here by my ear, you know, like you listen to this. I mean, this is not like an insanely good microphone, but it's a very good microphone, right? But it's by my ear. So now let's put it right in front of my mouth, and do you hear a difference? I wasn't talking any different volume-wise. The first thing that happens is the volume gets lowered, so there's lower volume. And the other thing is, because of the lower volume, they tried to compensate and raise the volume, like in software, but then that you get more room noise, more distortion, bad things, and it's basically just ends up being extra processed. So not only is it lower volume, it ends up being more processed sounding and bad. But this is where a microphone should be, not over here. That's why even like your dirty buds, you see this, like your dirty buds, like your the AirPods you plug into your device with a wire that like hangs down by your chin area. Do you hear how this sounds? Yeah, I'll even do this. Like, you hear how this sounds? It's a lot better than this, right? You listen to this, and then listen to this. This is like marginally better. Now, obviously, you'd much rather be in front of your mouth, like I said, but even down here, it's much better. So, little microphone 101 with Geeb. You can have the best microphone in the world, and you're still with the same problems if it's over here or if it's under here. Although this is better. This is much better, but this is what you want. Yo, Coca baby, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Wait. LOL. I couldn't do podcast. My voice was made for silent movies. Joey Fitz. Have I heard your voice before, Joey? Didn't we hear your voice last year in the draft? I don't remember. I don't remember being that bad. I don't think I have a good voice for podcasts either. I mean, who has a good voice for this? Like, I mean, there are definitely people, your famous radio DJs, those guys definitely have voice for radios. Like, they're incredible. I don't have like a great voice for this. Like, I think I picked a good microphone to enhance my voice, and my EQ sound profile sounds pretty good. I'm not a very loud talker, projector. My voice doesn't project very well, and I don't have a ton of bass in my voice, but this thing kind of helps with that. But also, speaking of microphone etiquette, good microphone etiquette helps with that as well. Martin says, I sold my Bravely Defaults for Switch 2 and is going to download that. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's a thing. Did you get is that on a key card, Martin? Bravely Default, or is that the Switch 1 cartridge, I think, that it's physical, it's on the cartridge. Joey Pitts, my voice is terrible. Who said that? Who said that? I lost it. Megaboy, your voice is not terrible. Stop. You got a good voice. I like your voice. In a burrow way. I'm going to be between the trio of Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Madden. Yes, I have not gotten Madden. I don't really plan on getting Madden on Switch or PS5 or anything. I'm just not that kind of gamer anymore. I do have Madden 25 I bought last year on a discount for PS5. If I need a Madden itch, I'll probably go play that again. I've been actually playing MLB The Show 22. I have MLB The Show 22 on Switch, which I got that for $5. It plays like garbage on the Switch one. It plays fine for like a quick handheld session. It's not very good at anything else. But the Switch 2 really, really enhances it. So now it runs a smooth 60, locked at 60 frames, and the resolution is consistent around 720p, 1080p. It's really playable now. So I've actually really been enjoying like my career mode on that. Been trying to build my little Uncle Geeb baseball player. It's been a lot of fun. Been doing that a good bit. Yes, wired is better for sure, Martin. Just compared to my computer, but real mics is what I want. Audio's underrated. Yes, it is, Mega Boyd, indeed. Jeep-splaining. Yes, I was Jeep-splaining. I apologize. Oh, stop it, Mrs. Jeep. Being mean to me. No, there was Mario Kart World Stream. No, there was a Mario Kart World Stream I joined on Discord. What? I'm missing what this reference is. Joey Pitts, my bad. Joey Pitt, me too, man. Have you not heard me speak before? Like, are you kidding me? I had the exact same problem, dude. There's too many thoughts in my head, too many things I want to say, and it ends up coming out really fast and jumbled, and I stutter. I do the exact same thing. Joey Pitts, I don't think you understand. I've been doing this on the mic here with Drip on this podcast for about 5 years now. And you can go back and listen early days, and even still to this day, I still have problems with it. I have learned, and this podcast has helped me. It's almost been like vocal therapy. It's helped me, especially because I monitor my voice in my headphones here. It's been like vocal therapy for me to slow down, really listen to what I'm saying, pronunciate, to prevent myself from, jumbling over myself. This podcast has been much more than just like a business endeavor or even a recreational fun thing to do. It's been like therapy for me. It's been very good for me to like communicate with other people, being able to understand I need to slow down and listen to myself speak so I don't go talk to. Yeah, man, we could talk. I could talk about this for hours. Not going to though. It's key card. Yeah, fuck key cards, man. Fuck key cards. That's what tonight's gonna be about. We're gonna talk about key cards. We're gonna talk shit on it. What's up, Ty? How you doing, dude? Ty says playing Madden right now. Got it today. Hell yeah. Did you get it on Switch, I imagine, Ty? Or did you get it on Switch 2, or did you get it on some other platform? Dre Pitt says, I would prefer NCAA over Madden, but it works for me. I still find it very weird why NCAA football is not on Switch 2, where we have Madden. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why we don't have NCAA football 2. NCAA football 26. I start 5 cents off. Joey. Me too. We're twinning right now, Joey. I promise. You and I have the same problems. That's maybe that's why we get along. Yeah, dude. I if that's what you do, I'm the same way, man. Trust me. Whatever you hear on this podcast is somebody who's been giving himself vocal therapy for the past 5 years to kind of remove that. And even still, when I talk in like not commercial settings, when I talk in like public settings, even just like at the dinner table with people. I still, to this day, will talk too fast, stutter over myself. This podcast has taught me to slow down, pronunciate, and think about my words instead of just like I legit stutter. Is pronunciate a word, Mr. Geeb? I don't know. Is it? Is it not a word? Let me ask Google. Is pronunciate a word? What? Sounds like word. What? I'm gonna Google this. Is pronunciate a word? Pronunciate is a word that isn't listed in most. I can show you guys here. It's not a word that is listed in most dictionaries. Dictionary.com does mention it, but noted that pronunciate is used. Hey, Dictionary.com does mention it, but it's noted that pronunciate is used rarely. Let me tell you something. And by the way, that's Drip right here. You like that? You like that down there? It is a word. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where am I at? I'm over here. It's a word, and it's noted. It's noted by Dictionary.com. So take that. Honestly, I thought it was a word. I didn't realize it wasn't actually a word. So you just taught me something. I thought it was a real word. What's up, Coffees with Games? Wrong button. Oh, it's not on this screen. I have to go back to this one for a second. Hold on.
Caffeinated diabetic.
There he is. Caffeinated diabetic is here. What's up, man? I need to get that alert on my other board, on this board, like on this screen. I don't know why it's not here. It's on a key card. Yeah, man. Fuck key cards. Tag on Switch 2. Very good. Very good. If I was going to buy Madden, I don't think it'd be on Switch 2. I hear people saying that it's good, like, the Communication Error podcast, John Ebo saying it's very good. And he's not, like, if he's having a lot of fun with them, who's to say he's not allowed to have fun with it? If he's having fun with it, if it's accessible to him, that's fine. For me, like, for watching him play, I'd be like, I don't think I could do 30 FPS on Madden. So I don't think I'd buy it on Switch. But it is cool that you can play it, on the toilet and stuff. Play it mobily. That's cool. But it's 30 FPS ain't gonna do it for me. It does look good. Like the graphics are good. The performance is just not great. The enunciation of pronunciate is amazing. That's why he's my favorite uncle. Someone might have received those Switch 2 mouse things today. Huh? Switch 2... Switch... What do you mean, coffees with games? I got these like a month ago. These guys right here. These things that you so lovely printed out for me that are incredible, that I've been using when required for mouse games. Now I did play the DragX Drive demo. These don't work for that because you have to like lift up the controller, and these are I need the not the wrist straps, but these aren't designed for lifting off the table. These are designed for on the table. They're meant to be mouses, on a table. I did buy some coffee game. I did buy some of this tape, this like anti-friction tape. You see, oh yeah, you can see it there. I bought some anti-friction tape and put it on the bottom of these just to help out with some anti-friction. It does great. It's great. Honestly, probably didn't need this, but I wanted the anti-friction. So now they're super slippery. He is a liar, and well, he's not a liar, but he's a shill. That's for sure. Johnny's a liar, or excuse me, Johnny's a shill. That's for sure. I feel bad when I say FPS don't matter to me. I don't see frames, but and listen, that's fine. That's fine. Like I do see the frames, and it's like saying like I can't see the stars most of the time, so they don't matter. I can't see outer space. I don't see Mars, so it doesn't matter. No, like no, it does matter, but you can't see it. And that's okay. Like if you're not interested in going out and looking at the stars and realizing there's more to the world than just the universe, than just our little world here, then that's fine. Yeah, that's the analogy I'll use here. FPS, if you don't see it, it doesn't matter to you, that's fine. As long as you understand that it's a thing that can be measured and take note of, then that's okay. Do those work well for Mario Paint? I've not tried Mario Paint yet, Joey Pitts. I've not tried Mario Paint with these. I would love to try that though. Oh, another one of the community members. Somebody else is getting some of these bad boys right here. Hell yeah, these are awesome, dude. And Caffeinated, I watched a video somebody else. Actually, it was Wood. Wood just put up a video. Wood Bean Muffs. He printed out his own pair of this file as well as a different file. The ones that he made of this look so much worse. And you did such a beautiful job. I think this section's not the best example. This one has a little bit of like deformation there. It's not like absolutely perfect, but it's like damn near perfect. This one I think is better. No, it's about the same. They're both, I mean, these are damn near perfect, dude. You did such a good job with this print. Like, I'm so impressed. I'm happy to pay you for these, even though I've hardly paid you at all for them. Yeah, man, appreciate your fine work. Okay. I can't tell. I can't tell for it. Yeah. Okay. Geeb, explain us why Mars matters. No. Not gonna do that. There's no outer space, Geeb. We're just we're just a marble in some kid's collection. I mean, maybe. It slaps? You know why it slaps, Mrs. Geeb? Let me show you why it slaps. Oh, of course it changes now, but I think it's still, this just says, I just picked up some Nintendo music, some Nintendo lo-fi, but based off this graphic. Oh yeah, this is Fire Emblem now. Yeah, based off this graphic. Oh, that was City Folk. That was, okay, I can actually see the titles. Yeah, this is Animal Crossing music. And we were listening to, that was Wind Waker, we were listening to some, well, it's Kirby's Dream Land, that one. Where is it? That's Pokemon. I'm wrong. This was never Woolly World music. I thought we had some Woolly World music in here. So Yoshi's New Island, Tomodachi Life, Pokemon, Kirby's Dream Land, Tomodachi again, Animal Crossing. Now we got some Fire Emblem music. I'm gonna see. Ooh, Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, there's some good music here. Some good stuff in there. To give your thoughts on Wood's fake. We have not addressed the Wood fake leak thing yet. It's not like I can't do it. And it's not like I don't want to either. I just haven't. I don't know why I haven't really addressed it. Maybe because I don't feel like it's necessary. I know Drip and I talked about it off stream a bit, and we both are on the same page with it. Like, I think I was called what was the slur that someone used for me? Basically calling me a penis indulger, to put it less bluntly. What was someone called me? Used like we had to look it up on Urban Dictionary. Somebody called me that because I was not defending Wood. I was simply saying I see what he was doing, right? Like another reason why I have not made a video on it yet is I haven't put my thoughts together on it yet, so I don't really want to say anything until my thoughts are together on it. But basically, people who are mad at Wood are pretty much always mad at him anyway, for one reason or another. So this is just another reason to be mad at him. The people who aren't mad at him are the people who are just like, I understand Wood, his faults and all, like, you know, content creation or, you know, weird things like this lie. It was a lie that he did, but it was an experiment. It's less of it was an experiment where in order for his experiment to work, he had to lie. So like I'm being called like a Wood shill because I'm defending him for his lie. I'm not. I'm simply stating the fact that he did an experiment, and I understand the experiment. I think it's brilliant what he did. That's one way to do it, right? The lying route with a public figure. The other way to do it is what John from Good Vibes Gaming did. He did it on a private Twitter account that was not attached to his name whatsoever. That's and that's one way. That's the other way to do it, right? I mean, Wood used his fame and to see what would happen in the public eye, and John took it a different route. And I think both of those are very interesting. That's experiments, man. Yes, thank you, Drip. Thank you for reminding me. What's up, Drip? Good to see you here, guy. Guy? What's up, Guy? I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to show you guys the poll right now on YouTube. So Drip and I are doing a video on his channel. So next week, there'll be a video dropping on Drip's channel. Drip Media Gaming. Gaming. I want to go to this poll right now. We're going to vote on it and see. So here's this poll that Drip and I are doing. What we're trying to do here, the video that we're doing, and we need you guys' help in the live chat. What we're doing is a video where Drip and I both spent $50 on the best accessories for Switch 2. And that's it's vague, and that's his description. That's what we had to go off of. So for $50, who came up with the best accessory haul? Can I zoom in on this so you can see the photos better? Hopefully. Yeah, here we go. So here's the first haul up here at the top. Picture 1, option 1, and option 2. And your guys' job is to go to Drip's channel and vote for which one you think is the better haul. As you can see, one of these options has more things. One of these options has less things. And I think they both have controllers, but they're very different variations of Switch 2 accessories. I don't want to reveal which one is mine and which one's is Drip. I'm not going to do that. I just want you guys to go and vote yourself on this poll, and then on next week we'll release this video talking about the results, the experience of it, going through the process, and just a different kind of video for Drip's channel. I think it'd be kind of fun. Drip and I collaborating on this. It's gonna be good. I'm just gonna pick one random one. Doesn't mean it's the one that I'm choosing. Just so I can see where we're at right now. I just want to see for myself. So let's go ahead and zoom out so you can actually see it. So I'm just gonna pick a random one here. Okay, so option 1 currently has a lead of 304 votes. 65%. Well, yeah, 65% go with option 1 right now. 35% go with option 2. So you guys go ahead and vote yourself what you think is the best option, and we will reveal the who's is who's and everything like that in the video next week on Drip's channel. So that'd be kind of fun. Thank you, Drip, for giving me $50 to try to beat you in making the best accessories for $50 or less. What's the red thing? I just closed the picture. So there was an orange thing. So like the top picture had a picture of headphones, in-ear earbuds, and a controller. And the other picture had a controller, mouse, things like this, mouse pads. I can't remember all of the haul. I don't want to reveal exactly who's got what. The more I talk about it, the more you can maybe pick up on who has what. So I'm not going to reveal any more information than that. So you guys go vote in that poll. Based off those two photos, if you can identify what's in those photos, who had the better haul? $50. Drip, can I have $50? No. When Drip gives that money, it's for me. Okay, do we want to start this podcast tonight, guys? Who's ready for a podcast? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, all right. What music is this now? This is Xeno Saga? UMN mode? Xenos, I've never heard of that. Looks granny. There's some good music in this, this mix. All right. Cool. Let's get this podcast started, shall we, guys? Oh, it's a PS1? So this is not Nintendo. It's just nostalgia. Oh, it's supposed to be Nintendo music. Interesting. They chose a PS1 game. Okay. Besides that, let's get on with this episode, shall we? Let me just get this set up for myself. Excuse me. All right, there we go. Oh, wait. I need to turn the pre-show sign off. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Welcome everyone to the Geeb. We knew there was going to be a flub tonight. I'm going to restart it because I heard a glitch in the audio for some reason, and I also misspoke, so let's just do it again. Welcome everyone to the Geeb podcast. I'm your host Uncle Geeb, and with me is nobody. We record this podcast live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can also become a member of this podcast and really support us, help us out. We appreciate you guys so much for that. This week is a special one. We are without Drip. Drip Media Gaming is not with us this week. He's been fired again. You know what that means? Oh, I can't play the sound. It's on this board. You know what that means, guys? Caffeinated Dieback is the new host. He'll be here next week. No, I don't know. No, but I fired Drip, as we always do. No, Drip's this year, not with us this week. He's not available to be here, but I am, and we're going to do the show anyway. Try to keep up with the weekly shows for you guys. And we got to go in this week because there's a ton to talk about in the world of Nintendo Switch 2. And the biggest one is the fact that game key cards are still here, and they still suck. That's right. They're terrible. I hate them. I hated them when they were announced. I hated them after people were like, oh, I don't. They're kind of it's better than the cards in the box, and I still hate them now. The fact that there's so many of them, like every damn release right now is a key card, and I can't stand it. And we're going to talk all about that. But first, before we do, I want to talk to you guys about a potential of a Nintendo Direct happening soon. I would imagine. At this point, it's September. I think anybody who's telling you that it's going to be in August is selling you snake oil. And the biggest reason why is the fact that we have Gamescom on August 20th through the 24th. So, and Nintendo has already announced that they are going to be present at Gamescom. They kind of announced what they're going to be showcasing as well at Gamescom. And let's show you guys on the screen right now what that is. So here you go. So they have some things at Gamescom. Nintendo has officially announced this photo of images of games that they're going to be talking about and showcasing at Gamescom. And please, if you're watching this podcast, don't mind this devilish man below me. Just keep your eyes right up here, okay? Cool. That's for the visual people only. So there's some obvious ones that they're going to be showcasing at this Gamescom. The first one here is Pokemon ZA. Not that surprising. I'm really not surprised that Pokemon ZA is a game that they're going to be talking about at Gamescom. I mean, it just makes a lot of sense. It's a game that's coming out very soon. It's a game they want to promote. It's published by Nintendo. They've invested interest in the company, literally and figuratively. So obviously ZA is going to be one that they're going to be showcasing a lot here. Another one that's obvious here, Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's already out, but they want to showcase, get that, and but that's a selling point. It's already out. You can buy it today. Look at it here, Gamescom. Look how cool this game is, and you're missing out on. You can pick it up today. And Donkey Kong might be the game of the year. I'm not sure. Can't tell you for certain, but I can tell you right now, it's a great game. I freaking love it, and a lot of people in the community as well really do love it. So Donkey Kong is a game that is obvious that it'll be showcased, as well as Mario Kart World. Of course, Mario Kart World is a game that they're going to be showcasing. It's Mario Kart, man. And just like the next one, Mario Party plus Jamboree TV. I mean, it's another obvious one they're going to be showcasing. So anything else obvious here? I mean, Cyberpunk's a pretty obvious one. It's the biggest third-party game on Nintendo, at least in terms that they are promoting. It's the biggest game that they're trying to promote on their platform. And GameCube Online, that's cool. I want to see what they have to show for GameCube Online. I imagine they're not going to show anything new. But what we have, I already know is cool. Maybe I want to see some Mario Paint at games. That'd be kind of fun. And then, not when it's obvious, but just like, okay, FC26, basically FIFA for what used to be FIFA, now called FC26. I mean, that makes kind of sense of being at this, I suppose. Sports game, just kind of show it off. And Borderlands 4, it's not obvious, but not relevant to the point I want to bring up here in this one. So if you're watching it, I skipped a few of the games here, and we're going to talk about this here. There's a few games in this list that I find are interesting that they're talking about at Gamescom. I kind of listened to RGT talk about this one, so shout out to RGT for giving me a little talking point here. But I agree with RGT. There's a few games in this list that are very interesting to be there. This first one's not very surprising that it's going to be there, but it's going to be Metroid Prime 4. It's kind of obvious, like they're going to show off that game. They showed it off plenty already in person to people. With I think Prime 4 already have its own like little presentation? I don't know if it did or not, but I know it was at the in-person Nintendo events where Drip actually went and played it. So it's pretty obvious it'll be there. Well, it's not obvious. Here, let me just get to the point here. It doesn't have a release date. None of these games have release dates, right? So Metroid Prime 4 is going to be showcased in a week plus on a national stage, a worldwide stage, really, without a release date. I just find that fascinating that they're going to show this game off in detail to the masses, and then when they go to look up the game, they're going to see that they can't even pre-order it because it doesn't have a release date yet. So that's the first game, and that's the most interesting one in my opinion because it's a Nintendo game. Like Nintendo's own game that they're promoting at Gamescom, and they're going to be showing it off. And if anybody is interested in watching, that's the whole point, right? Is to show this game off and to, showcase it to people who are maybe going to be future customers for them for this game. And if they're at the event, they say, "Oh man, this Metroid Prime 4 looks insane. I can't wait to use my Joy-Con controllers to play this game with. Let me go check it out. What's the price? This, that, what's going on with it? Let me go check it out in the eShop." And there you go. It says that it's unavailable, but it's scheduled to be released. It's just you think they would showcase this with a release date, and I'll move on down the list here. Elden Ring, Hades 2, Final Fantasy Intergrade, and Silk Song. Even Silk Song is a game that they're announced here. Nintendo has announced to us that they're going to be showing it off at Gamescom, and there's no release date for it. Now that's not Nintendo's fault really, but it's still really. Are they good? I don't know. I'm already going to start the speculation spree here. Are we going to see release dates at Gamescom for these games, including Metroid Prime 4? What does that mean? If they do, what does that even mean? Like, what's the implications of that? But Silk Song is a game. People have been waiting for Silk Song for so long, literally as long as Metroid Prime 4. Years. This is going to be year 8 next year, if it goes into next year. Year 8 for both of those games. Still no release date, but here they are going to be on a national stage showcasing the game. Silk Song, Metroid Prime 4, Elden Ring. It still boggles my mind why we don't have a release date for Elden Ring yet. It's a game that's pretty obvious to be on Switch too. In fact, we know it's going to be there. And not only do we know it's going to be there because Nintendo told us, but Nintendo also told us here via this poster for Gamescom that they're going to be showcasing it on their hardware with no release date. Why, Nintendo? Why would we showcase? Where's the release date? Just give us a release date. That they can change it. They have done it in the past for games that they have announced previously. They changed the dates on us. Why not just give us a freaking date and then change it if you need to later? We won't like it, But it's not like we're not used to it. It happens all the time in this generation, especially in the last generation for a long time. This has been a thing. Final Fantasy. What's the exact name here? Final Fantasy. Oh, you guys can see this. May I go like this? Final Fantasy 7 remake integrate. Final Fantasy 7 remake integrate. Again, this game's been rumored to come to this system before the system was announced. This game was rumored to come there. Okay? It was rumored to have a playable demo before the Switch 2 was ever announced. Months before it was announced, was rumored to play a playable demo. And we know it's coming. They told us it's coming. They told us it's coming to Gamescom. They're going to be showcasing on Switch 2 hardware, but yet we still don't have a release date. Hades 2 is another one I threw in there. Hades 2. I mean, I've been playing Hades 2 for the past year plus on Steam via the beta. Why isn't Switch 2 part of the beta? Why wasn't an immediate ported over to Switch 2 on release day for Hades 2 beta? Why? Is that Nintendo's fault? Is that the people who make Hades' fault? I'm not sure with the developers' names, the publishers, or anything. My apologies for that. Just doesn't make a lot of sense, man. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense why these games are going to be shown off. That's not the part that doesn't make sense. Of course, it makes sense why these games are being shown off. They're big ones, first-party and third-party games, and an indie title, right? It's a good little mixture of games, honestly, for Gamescom. It's a perfect little list. But it'd be more perfect if the games had release dates. People are going to be interested in buying these titles on your platform, Nintendo, and you're going to lead them astray when they go to look at your eShop, or go to Walmart.com and search these games up, and they're going to find out that they can't buy it. And guess what? Elden Ring, that's a game you can buy right now on any other platform. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate, a game you can buy on any other platform. Hades 2, a game you can get on Steam right now and play. Beta. Silksong's only one. Oh, and Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 and Silksong are the only two that you cannot buy anywhere else, right? So exclude those from this argument that I'm trying to make right now. But this argument is, you're going to be promoting these games. Elden Ring, Hades, Final Fantasy, and you're not going to give anyone a way to give you money for them. You're a business, Nintendo. It doesn't make a lot of sense why you're going to be promoting these games. Yes, you're going to be promoting them on your hardware, and you're probably going to be talking a lot about Switch 2 features in regards to these games. So that's how you're justifying it. You're justifying it by going, well, it's going to be on our platform. And it's going to be, people are going to want to buy it on Nintendo. They're not going to want to buy it on PS5 because of Nintendo. I understand that. But the point still remains is that you're promoting these games without giving people any way of pre-ordering them or even telling them when it's coming out. Like, with Metro Prime 4, I think it says 2025 on the eShop. I'm not sure if the rest of them have like a little, placeholder thing, but I know they all say not available yet, and you can't pre-order it yet, and the prices aren't there yet. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me of why they're doing this. So let's talk about the kind of why they're doing this. One reason would be, guys, is that there's going to be no direct. I mean, I'm not saying there's going to be no direct ever. I'm not saying there's going to be no direct in 2025. But if there's a direct in 2025, it's pretty much has to be September or it's not happening. If you think about it. It could be October. I could see an October direct. November one would be very bizarre. And just absolutely no way in hell is there going to be a December direct unless it's like the end of December. And at that case, they might as well push it to January, which would be way more likely. Your odds from getting a direct in December going to January increase exponentially. Is that a word? I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense, guys. But it could if there's no direct. Because we might see dates for these games at Gamescom next week. As well as games that we're still waiting for. I don't have a list in front of me of games we're still waiting for, but there's other games we're still waiting for that need dates that could come in Twitter drops later. So that could kind of explain why they're doing the way they're doing it here, is that they're going to give the people the release dates during Gamescom. Talking about these games and be like, hey, and guess what? Wasn't a release date, but guess what? There is now. Boom, drop the date right here for Metroid Prime 4. Boom, Elden Ring. This is what's coming out. Hades, boom, coming out next year. Silk Song, this year, guys, holiday. Final Fantasy, you know what I mean? So, again, no direct. That's kind of what we're looking at here. I expect some Twitter drops. We have gotten Twitter drops. I have not gone as far as to look up what we've gotten, but I know there's been not necessarily dates. Nintendo's been active on social media talking about their games. I think Dragon Drive is a big one right now because it's coming out tomorrow. So that could be confusing with that, but regardless, there are reasons for Nintendo doing what they're doing right now, and it could be if there's no direct. But the case still remains here, guys. How can we go a full 6 months with Switch 2 and not see a full direct? Well, I can answer my question. Twitter drops. My Nintendo app, right? Just drop the dates on there. They don't need a full direct. They had their biggest banger full direct right before the Switch 2 launched. And then they launched it, and there you go, right? That's kind of that could be Nintendo's thought process. We did the one big one. We gave you 10 minutes of hardware and 50 minutes of insane big AAA title releases for the next year or two, and we dropped our mic. And we stay silent the rest of the year. We just kind of use our My Nintendo app. We use Gamescom, and we use Twitter drops to announce the rest of the titles coming to Switch 2 for the foreseeable future. Or there could be a direct in September. There could be. We got some rumors. Apparently, Zach from Switchforce is now an official leaker. Who would have thunked it? I don't know if I trust him. I don't know if I believe him. I have no idea. I think Zach was a really nice guy when we talked to him on the show a couple years ago. But other than that, I got no idea what's going on there. He got right. He got some stuff right when his recent predictions. He got some stuff right, and he's predicting that there's no direct in August. But I think he said the last thing he said that I saw was that September is a date to look at. He's being very vague about it. I mean, yeah, I've been saying it for months. September is a good idea for Nintendo. That's the month to do the direct, if not before. Obviously, but after September, you're kind of pushing it, Nintendo. You're gonna have to do something. I mean, we're literally running out of time for Metroid Prime 4 in particular. For a 2025 release, I mean, we're literally running out of time. They could announce it the month before it comes out. I guess they could do that. Is that gonna be in a direct and a Twitter drop? My Nintendo, who knows? But these things are all very interesting, folks. Very, very interesting. Apparently, when Drip's not here, I talk like President Joe Biden. Folks, let me be clear. Okay, Drip's not here, so I can't do a perfect segue, but I'm going to segue this part of the podcast to our sponsor ad, and that's going to be through Savage Raven. Thank you guys at Savage Raven for sending over this case for us, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode. They got a ton of products. If you didn't know, Savage Raven, formerly known as Skull & Co., they've got a ton of products exclusive for Switch 2, can help you protect your new investment, as well as make playing on your new beautiful 8-inch screen a bit easier with grips. And I don't have the latest one with me, but I can show you the Neo grip that I have with me right here. And their latest grip is actually the grip case for Switch 2. It's an incredibly good product. Let me switch over the screen here. Bang! Here's the grip case right here. It is $30 to $33. You can use code DRIPMedia and save 10%, so make sure to do that. But yeah, the Savage Raven Skull & Co. grip case is an incredible product. It's basically this Neo grip, but it's got a full rubber coating on the outside to protect the parts that the Neo grip does not protect. So it actually has also functionality for these these Skull & Co. grips that you can slide in and off. The same functionality goes for the grip case, but adds that added protection. Not only that, it comes in different colors, black and blue, but not black, blue, and red. But not only that, guys, it's dockable, which is like the biggest thing for me. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these because I want to try it out. It's a full case with nice coverage as well as dock compatibility. That Drip's already said that's his new favorite, and that might be his winner. I don't know, man. It might be my winner too. I have to try it out though. So, but I can tell you right now, it's an incredible product. And so is everything else that still Satisfy. And excuse me, not Satisfy. Everything else that's Skull & Co. Savage Raven. All of them have S's and it confuses me. I apologize. But yeah, they're great products. And I still to this day I have my rubber stick caps on, the mask protector from Savage Raven. Great stuff. But that grip case is really cool. If you want to save 10%, use code DRIPMedia. And you can also use the link in our description. Just go right to the website. And thank you so much to Savage Raven for sponsoring today's episode. I don't have the sound that Drip is supposed to play, so I'm going to play a different one. And that's a nice little another segue I'm going to use right now, guys, because I want to remind you guys that every year, Drip and I with the help of our community member Aiden, do a fantasy football league every year, and this year's no exception. This year, the link is in the description, by the way, if you want to become a member of the GlitchxCity Fantasy Football League and get exclusive access to a private Discord room in our Discord server where we talk about the Fantasy Football League. You can do that. I believe we have 3 spots this year. Most people came back this year, so there's only 3 spots left. We've maxed out the full 12 people you can have, except for right now we have 3 spots open. So if you want to join, right now you have your chances, 3 slots left. So go there, click the link in the description to be a part of that. I'm gonna throw this link right now in this podcast live chat for the people in the live stream. If you want to join our Fantasy Football League, it's through ESPN. It's free, no purchases. No, we're not betting anything real. I don't know if Drip usually has something to give away for the winner. I don't know if he's doing that this year, but yeah, that's gonna be fun. John Ebo of Communication Era Podcast. Do I have any sounds that is like boo? No, but I'm just gonna go like this. Boo. Boo to Johnny because he won. If Jalen Hurts didn't get hurt, Uncle Geeb would be champion. I'm just saying. But guys, that leads me to the next little product here, or excuse me, the next topic here, which is gonna be. Drumroll, please. I have been waiting to yell about this for weeks. And it's not like I haven't yelled about this before. If you guys know, this is now the 3rd video / podcast that we've done on this channel, on this podcast feed, talking about game key cards. I hate them. I've hated them from the start. I'm an OG hater of game key cards. I'm going to make a rap song about how much I hate them. That's how bad I hate game key cards. People have said that they were from and people are still saying now. They're still saying that they're a better option than the codes in the box. I have to respectfully disagree that they are better than the codes in the box. It's a personal preferencing. That's like saying, I prefer pears over apples. They're both equal, right? In this case, pears and apples are great. In this case, game key cards and codes in the box are terrible. But the point remains the same because both things are equal to each other. In this case, they're both bad. They're both very bad. However, they both have their advantages, disadvantages. The advantages of the game key card is that you can resell them and you can share them with friends, trade them, do those types of things. And it is on physical media in terms of there's no digital trading. It's a physical trade. You can literally hand somebody your game key card. Can't do that with a code in a box. However, with a code in a box, you enter that code into your Switch, you download the game in your system, and you never worry about it again. You don't got to carry with the burden of a cartridge with you around all the time for a digital game. That's the part I don't like about it. Some people don't understand it. Some people they don't mind that. That's fine. But I mind it. If I'm going to burden myself with a little baby cartridge that I have to carry around with me, it is a burden, right? We have these Mac mega carry cases, these max carry cases, these slim cases that have these cartridge slots, built into them. We have them for a reason because we have cartridges we need to lug around. If we didn't have them, that would be kind of nice. It's in a perfect world, it would be nice, right? That's kind of the argument for the for and against key cards, right? But there's a whole other issue that's going on right now. I don't recall, guys, last gen. If you recall, correct me. Was like every game coming out a code in a box? Was it like an epidemic of an issue during the Switch 1 era that every game that was coming out was a code in a box? Or was it just like a handful out of a sea of thousands? I think is what it was. I think it was just a handful of codes in a box out of a sea of 1,000 games. Inconvenienced when you did get them, and in fact, I avoided codes in the box last gen because I didn't want them. Because at most games, I would just buy digitally. The same advice I gave people last gen. If you don't like code in the box, buy digitally. I gave you the same advice. If you don't buy a key in the card, don't buy a key card, don't buy a code in the box, buy digitally. It's just, and actually, I take that back a little bit because at least a code in the box gives you a physical thing that you can collect. You can throw it on a shelf and say, look, I have this. And it's a digital game. That's kind of nice. That is kind of nice. I mean, some people ignore that with the key cards. Some people want the cartridge specifically. I want the artwork to display. no longer are the cartridges big, like, big clunky boxes you can display clearly. They're tiny little you can't see them. You can't really display the cartridge, the Switch 2 cartridge. It's not really happening. But you can display the box. You can display the box. So I actually feel like codes in the box this gen have gotten better because key cards are a thing. Some people think key cards were a replacement to them. I think that only made codes in the box more enticing for me, personally. I've just decided personally I'm going for all digital this generation. Besides a few titles I did buy Donkey Kong physical, I'll buy Zelda physical, I'll buy Mario physical. So there are a few exceptions for me, but it's forced my hand this generation. And what was I saying a second ago? Oh, right. Last gen, were we having an issue where there was a ton of codes in a box? No. It was like a handful out of a sea of physical games. Well, folks, I do have to unfortunately break the news to you that this generation is not only plagued with key cards, but it's just flooded. Like, you can't walk into a Switch 2 area without seeing a mass amount of key cards. And here is a list of every Switch 2 game with a key card release. I'm going to read every single one of them, and you're going to sit here and listen to them. Okay? Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Borderlands 4. Chronos The New Dawn. Domina Ex Machina. I can't pronounce that. I apologize, but, we'll move on. Disagree. Oh, that's another. Some of these are really hard to pronounce. Listen, I don't know how to say this. Sorry. Moving on. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. Dragon Ball Quest. EA Sports. Full Metal Schoolgirl. Hitman. Hogwarts Legacy. Kunitsu Gami. Little Nightmares 3. Madden Football's NFL 26. NBA 2K26. What is with these names, man? Nonagunas? Sure. No Sleep for... What are these names? I'm sorry. These games I don't play, and these names are not English. No Sleep for Kaname Date. Octopath Traveler 0. Pac-Man World 2 Repack. Persona 3 Reloaded. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. Raduo, sure. Remastered. Shrine Post B. Your Idol. Sonic X Shadow Generation. SpongeBob SquarePants. We're almost done. Star Wars Outlaws. Street Fighter 6. Suikoden 1 and 2. HD Remastered. Survival Kids. The Legend of Heroes. Trails Beyond the Horizon. Wild Hearts S. Are you still with us, or have you left the show? Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Wise X. What are these names, guys? What games are you playing? Wise X Proud Nordics. Sure, that's a Japan one only. That's the end of this list. By the time that you're listening to this episode, there will be more. That's a lot. We should read it again for a dramatic effect. Bravely Default. No, I'm just kidding. Not doing that. That's a lot, guys. Hey, let's do something fun. Let's read the games that are on physical cartridges. They're actually on the cartridge. That's fun. I bet you we're gonna be here forever. I just read that whole list to you guys, the key cards. This is gonna be Matt. We're gonna be here for a long time. Buckle up, guys. Buckle up. This is gonna be a long, long list because, right? I mean, key cards, they're not a problem. It's fine. It's like last gen with a code and box, just like one out of a sea of cards. Let's read this ginormous list of physical games that are actually on a cartridge. Cyberpunk 2077. Domina that same one I can't pronounce. Domina Machina. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Kirby. Mario Kart World. Metro Prime 4. Mortal Kombat. Pokemon ZA. Rune Factory. Story Seasons. Super Mario Jamboree. Legend of Zelda. Oh, were you waiting for more? I'm sorry. Were you waiting for more? Were you expecting a bigger list? Do you see the issue that I have with key cards now? Do you see this issue? I foresaw this issue, guys. Not a lot of people agreed with me. I'm not saying that I thought every game was coming out in the key card, but I did say this is going to be a problem. I'm gonna read that second list again, not the long one, the second list of games that are actually on a cartridge, but I'm gonna read them again, but leave out first party Nintendo titles. Because of course those are coming out first party. Cyberpunk 2077, the game I can't pronounce. Mortal Kombat, Rune Factory, Story Seasons. End of list. I'm pausing for dramatic effect. I hope it's working. If you can't see that key cards are a problem, even if you think that they're better than codes in a box, you're mad. You're out of your mind if you think that they're not a problem. I mean, it's such a huge issue. And I don't really care if you're going to comment to me right now in the live chat, if you're a troll, if you're in our YouTube comment section or listening on audio platforms and want to leave a comment there. If you're somebody who's going to tell me right now that you don't care about key cards because you can resell them and trade them, just give me a break. Give me a break with that. I'm so tired of hearing that argument. If you didn't think you owned your media already, this is just another reminder that we don't own our media. And by you enabling it, by buying the key cards, defending the key card, saying it's not a problem, you are the problem. These companies will stop doing this if you speak with their wallet and you don't buy a key card cartridge and you verbally acknowledge it's a problem. Speaking of that, Nintendo gave us an outlet to verbally say how much we can't stand key cards. There was a survey that went out. Now, it wasn't a survey for key cards. Let me be clear about that. It wasn't a survey that was specifically about key cards, but it turned into that. And as you can see from this Nintendo Life article, update, the survey has closed. The survey closed not too long after when I took the survey, maybe a day later. I forget exactly what the survey was. I didn't link this article, but I can link it for people in the live chat. I'm sorry, but for those of you later listening to this episode or watching it, I'll have it linked in the description for you to check out so you can read. I don't remember what the article was about originally. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't remember what the survey was about originally, but I do know that it turned into a big vocal way for us to hate key cards. There was a part where you could write in the text box, and I wasn't rude. Of course, I was very respectful of what I wrote because I'm not an asshole. I'm sure there's plenty of people who took it too far. But I made it well known that key cards were a problem multiple times throughout that survey. And in fact, there was a few questions in the survey that did highlight. You were able to highlight, or Nintendo enabled you to like click an option that was like, I don't like key cards, like whatever. Again, I don't remember exact details about the survey, but essentially, Nintendo did acknowledge it. I think the survey was a kind of a quiet way for Nintendo to test the waters of the survey. And it got out of hand because it was being spread around Twitter and social media in general. And it just turned into this thing where it's an outlet for people to complain about key cards, which is a good thing. Continue to complain about things you don't like in the world. It makes change, okay? I hope Nintendo got a message here. I hope they got the message. Initially, my stance on key cards was it wasn't Nintendo's fault. And then I learned later that Nintendo only is offering a 64 gig cartridge, which is going to be way too expensive for games like Puyo Puyo Tetris and some other games on that list of key card games. It's not all their fault. It's not all on Nintendo, and it's not all on the publishers. It's a mix of both. Who is it mainly on, though? It is Nintendo. Ultimately, for not offering another option besides a 64 gig cartridge of a new storage platform that is expensive. These smaller games that can't justify buying a 64 gig cartridge for like the 2 gigabyte game, and their game's only going to cost like $20, they can't justify spending $10, $15, maybe $20. We don't know the exact prices of what these things cost for these, for Nintendo and for the developers and publishers, but what we do know is it's expensive. Last gen, I think it was a few dollars at most to buy a Switch 2 cartridge or buy a Switch 1 cartridge. It was a few bucks, if that. This gen, it's got to be double digits, like $10 or more, and that's cutting it. That's cutting into the margins of some of these companies way too much that they literally can't afford to do that. But key cards offer them a solution for that. It allows them to get into retail stores where normally they wouldn't be there. Last gen, they weren't in retail stores because they didn't want to buy cartridges then. This gen's no different, but now they can. Now they can just spend pennies and get a key card and be on a retail shelf next to the Zeldas, the Mario Karts, the Mario Parties, Cyberpunks. Enables them to do that. It's very enticing for them. That's why they're going to do it. But Nintendo needs to give these companies another option that's not a key card. The issue is Nintendo offering key cards. While they are, I do see the good in them for the overall gaming landscape. They're terrible. They are terrible for us, the consumer, mostly. Because again, like I said a second ago, if you already thought that you didn't own your media, if you do think you own your media, who are you? But if you understand already that you don't own your media, this is just another, dagger into us, the consumer. You don't own anything. Now, digital games, same problem. I'm not being a hypocrite here. I understand that these key cards are no different than digital games. No different in terms of that argument. It's just at this point a choice that you have to make. I prefer the game to be on the cartridge, the data to be on the cartridge. Period. Look what you can do these days with emulation. If you have the cartridge that you bought, it could be a GameCube cartridge, let's say. Those were discs. N64 cartridge. You bought it years ago. And it's the same for discs, by the way, but we're talking about cartridges here. N64 cartridge. You can plug it into a little device that plugs into your computer via USB. You can take the file off of that's the important part here. There's a file on that thing. You can take it off 30 years later. You can take the file off, put it in your computer, and play your game better than ever. In the future with Switch 2 games, with my copy of Donkey Kong, I'll be able to put the Switch 2 cartridge in my computer via USB, take the file off, put it on the computer, and play it better than I ever could before. That's enticing to me. That's why I bought it physically. Along the fact that I want to collect that game because it's a collector's item to me as well as a game. You can't do that with a key card. Now, it's not like we're not talking about piracy here. We're not talking about taking your data off and giving it out to people on the internet. We're talking about for your own use here, your personal use, to have fun with it. They're taking that away from us quietly. And there's people who are defending that. And that's what makes me upset the most, is people are defending key cards. You have to understand it's worse for us. It's worse for the consumer. We are consumers. This is bad for us. Fuck key cards. Fuck key cards. If I had Drip, he would be rebuttaling right now. I don't have Drip to rebuttal with. So I'm going to rebuttal with the chat. In this next segment, I like to call... talk in the chat. That's what this segment's called, Talk in the Chat. We're going to spend, how long has the stream been going? We're going to spend probably 15 minutes reading some questions from the Discord, which I asked you guys earlier in the episode to send me some questions in Discord. The link to our Discord is in the description if you want to be a part of this in the future. And I'm going to ask you guys in the live chat to leave me some questions that I can read live on air. If you've already asked me a question that I did not read yet in this podcast, type it again, copy and paste. If you do like a super chat, I'll really be able to see it. So forgive me if I miss your message. You might be typing your message in multiple times. Copy and paste it. I'm just going to give you that recommendation. Work with me here. Work with me, people. Let's see here. I asked the people to give me their questions. Actually, I asked people to give me questions, comments, and concerns. Any of it. I left it an open door. About key cards, possible full Nintendo Direct in the coming weeks, and why Geeb is better than Drip. I answered one of these questions earlier, so let's get to the next one here. PowerMad in the Discord. PowerMad asked, game key cards. What will happen to the resale value when Nintendo stops its server support for it? It's a great question, PowerMad. The answer is there will be zero resale. Maybe you get a couple pennies, couple bucks, right? Inflation will be wild. A penny will be $3 in the future, but you'll get a couple bucks out of your key card just for the box, but it's going to be worth nothing. Resale will be nothing. Now, granted though, PowerMad, that's going to be 30 plus years in the future because we still have Wii. There's the Wii eShop. You can still read. I think you can download your games still from the Wii eShop. I think. Definitely from the Wii U. So 15 years. I think you're going to be safe for like 30 years, I feel like. We don't know though. We'll find out in the future. Let's see. Coke Baby here says, do you think it's too early for Twilight Princess to be in the next Direct? Yes. I think this is a troll question, so I apologize for even reading it. But Coke Baby, I don't know what you expect me to answer, Coca Baby. If you're being legit and you want my answer, I'm gonna say I don't think so. I don't think Twilight Princess is coming to the Switch 2. At least not anytime soon. Also, do you recommend the Switch 2 at $450 with the current offerings of exclusives if someone has already played Switch 1 games for several years? Yeah. Yes. I encourage you, if you're, for some reason, listening to this podcast and don't have a Switch 2, but you're thinking about it, and you've played your Switch 1, and you're still playing it, you're like, I don't know if I really need a Switch 2. Yes, if you want a Switch 2, get it now before the prices go. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, or was it last week, with Switch 1 price increases and Switch 2 accessory price increases. Switch 2 is next. It's a matter of when, not if. So get your Switch 2 now before the price goes up. And besides that, for $450, yes, I can recommend it. Dude, like, this is my favorite piece of tech of this century. I think of this century, this is my favorite piece of tech. Right here. Switch 1 was my favorite piece of tech, and now this has taken over. This is such a good piece of tech right here. I missed one question too here. PowerMed says, as far as why Geeb is better than Drip, that's easy. Geeb don't claim to love Zelda and then sell his Zelda stuff to buy a second PS5. I have to concur with that. Oops, wrong button. I have to concur with that because he left a little video message here. It's muted. Hold on. If there's anything that we know about Nintendo, it's that they can do anything at any time whenever they want. Let's read that again. If there's anything that we know about Nintendo, it's that they can do anything at any time whenever they want. Yeah. They can do anything. What did I say? I don't even know what I said. They can do whatever they want. Yeah. I don't know how that's relevant, but I love that sound clip PowerMad has pulled out for me. So thank you, PowerMad. Yeah. Although PowerMad, I'm not gonna lie, I did almost do that. I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but I almost did sell a Zelda Switch Lite for a PS5 Pro. I did. I didn't. But I almost did. The Pitsy comes in with a question right as I speak. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Do you mow the Muffin Man? Do you mow the Muffin Man? No, I don't know him. Although I some days I feel like a muffin myself, so maybe I do. Let's see. Is there any questions in the live chat here? Let's see. Before we go to we're gonna go to the after show to get some more questions. But let me see. Anything on the show? I don't know. Proto in the chat says Protable. Sure. Whatever. How am I so cool? I don't know. Thanks for saying that. That's really nice of you. This podcast is now over. I'm going to go transition to the after show. But for you guys listening on audio platforms, excuse me, those of you listening in the stream or watching the stream, stick around. We're going to do a little after show for you. But those of you watching this podcast at home or listening on your car drive to work later, I'm going to sign off for now and see you guys next week. You know what time it is now, baby. Oops. It's time for the after show. Bing. There it is. Bong. Bing bong. Let's put it up here. I like it better up there. Welcome to the after show. My name is Uncle Geeb. We're going to do some stuff here in the after show. That's a very good episode. I appreciate you guys being here for this weird one without Drip. Oh, no. Oop. Cancel. I almost stopped streaming. I don't want to do that. Stop recording. There we go. Dre Pitts, here's a question. Why in Madden 26 can it snow at the 49er Stadium? Did Al Gore help develop the game? It's not impossible for snow to happen in California. It can happen. It can happen. I don't know, man. I don't know how cool. I'm sorry that I'm cool. How are you? I don't know. You're being too kind, though. Thank you. Will Metroid Prime 2 and 3 get shadow dropped this month? That is a very good question. Because I kind of jokingly, but also kind of seriously said last week on the show that Prime 4 could be shadow dropped. Right? It's more unlikely than not. It's more unlikely that it will not be shadow dropped than it will be. I acknowledge that. It's you know, but they could announce a delay, and then in that delay announcement for Prime 4, they could say, "Hey, guess what though? We got Prime 2 and 3, baby." You know, they could do that. They could do that. It's not impossible. Come on, Drip. Let me have it. You got the long hair. You got the tattoos. You're in a metal band. A big wig YouTuber. Can I have one thing? Do you have to take everything from me? Come on. Let me have it. Let me have this one. I got one person who thinks I'm cool, Drip. One person. Let me have him. I do have the beard. I do have the beard. I do have that. Drip has his little goatee situation. Drip could grow a good beard though if he wanted to. That's why I hate him. He could do anything he wants if he wants to. I wish I could do anything I wanted. God damn that Drip. That's why he's fired. No. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Oh, I got yeah. These are cool. I like these glasses. Aren't they so cool? He's so cool. Shut up. Atomic says I've been tempted to hook up my GameCube and replay Prime 2 and 3, but I keep holding out for the Prime Remastered. That's a good idea, Atomic. I would suggest you hold out because just in case they are dropped on Switch 2, you're going to want to play them there and you're going to regret that you didn't wait. I would say you can wait. I don't know. I can't tell you how long you should wait. That's going to be a personal preference. You should play them though. Metro Prime 4 is delayed forever. Here's Prime 2 and 3 Remastered with mouse controls. Yeah, they could do that. They could do that. If you want to be friends, dude, you could just get in our Discord. Hang out. It'd be great. We merely adopted the cool. Geeb was born into it. Yes. No. I wish I was cool. Did they announce GameCube drop for next week? Yes, the Chibi Robo game. Yeah, the Chibi Robo game. Let's pull up that trailer. Chibi Robot. Here we go. This game. They announced this game. Evil. I've heard of this game. I've never played it. I don't know much about it. But I'm curious to see what it's about. I mean, it looks adorable. Chibi Robos everywhere. Oh, we got a cool outfit. Like, is this a platformer? Like, what is this? Anybody knows what this game's about? Tell me what it is. Like, is this a platformer? Like, is it an exploration game? Is it a puzzle game? August 21st. It's available in a week's time. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's going to be a part of the expansion pack for this GameCube. Yeah, for GameCube. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Never played. Looks kind of fun. Yeah. Do retro games go up or down in value when remasters come out? That's a good question, Kokobe. I'm not like an expert on the topic. I do think that they go down. Either they don't go up. That's for sure. They definitely don't go up. I don't know if they go down, but they definitely don't go up because there's a way that, like, the market gets slimmed out for those original games because people are. So there's a lot of the crowd it makes up retro games purchases is a few categories, but the two big ones are people who want to play the game in general, just generally want to play the game again. Doesn't really matter to them. They don't necessarily need to play it on original hardware. They just want it's just not available anywhere else, so they'll buy the original cartridge or disc to play it on their GameCube, let's say. And another large portion of that audience is purists who want to play that game on its hardware specifically, and the remaster would make a difference for them. They want to play it on a GameCube with a GameCube controller on a CRT. So it doesn't go up, that's for sure, because now you're taking away just flip off you guys, you're taking away a portion of those sales that would be going to those retro games. So that means the demand goes down. That means price goes down theoretically. But I can't say it goes down all the way, because there's still a big portion of those people who want to play Chibi Robo on a disc in a GameCube with a GameCube controller on a CRT. And that's no matter, the remaster's not going to do that for them. It's going to be on a Switch 2 or Switch 1, on modern hardware. That's not going to be for them. Yeah, Joey, because I pressed the wrong button. I also want Melee. That'd be really cool to see Melee happen. We can't see it. There it is. It'd be nice. Would be nice. Wouldn't be nice. Deep in, but down. Cool. Any other questions before I hop off this stream here? And before I do, I also want to thank you guys for being here. I want to remind you guys to leave a like on your way out. We're at 15 likes. Thank you so much, guys. If we could get to 20 likes before I press this button to end the stream, that'd be incredible. You guys are amazing tonight. Joey Piss asked, did I watch Happy Gilmore 2? I did on release day. It was good. It's what I expected the movie to be. In a very good way. In a good way. It was exactly what they needed to do. My only complaint is something that's unavoidable. My complaint is that I wanted to see more Chubbs, but obviously Carl Weathers has passed, was not able to work on the movie, so unless barring other methods to get him in the movie, that wouldn't have really been him anyway. It would have been nice to see some more flashbacks, or it would have been nice to see him included more than he was. I won't spoil the movie for you, but he was included in a small way 2 different times. It would have been nice to see him more than that. But I understand, he's gone. They didn't want to add him in robotically or digitally. So it's fine. It's fine. That part is fine. The movie was very good though. I give it a pass. I'm not gonna give it an A, B, or F or anything like that, because that's pointless. I'm not gonna give you my 0 out of 10 rating of it. That'd be pointless. We all know what this movie purpose was. I give it it's either gonna be a fail or a pass, and it got a pass. I'll watch it again for sure. Is it better than the original? Of course not. Was it ever gonna be better than the original? No. 'Twas not. What Adam Sandler classic would you like to get a sequel? Billy Madison would be so good. I want to see The Water Boy. Give me The Water Boy. I want to see Adam Sandler as a coach. The Water Boy 2.
Coach Water Boy?
Whatever, I forget his name. Oh, what was his name in that movie? I don't remember. I want to see him be the coach in The Water Boy sequel. That would be great. Honestly, Chubbs wasn't huge in the first movie after rewatching it. Yeah, they kind of, spoilers for the original Happy Gilmore, they did kind of kill him off pretty soon in that movie. You're not wrong about that, Mega Boy. But it would have been nice to see a lot more of him. He was a big role to me. He was one of my favorite characters. I think actually he was my favorite character in the first Happy Gilmore. That's just why I wanted to see more of him. But thank you, Bobby Boucher. Coach Bobby. Coach Boucher. That would be really cool to see a sequel of that movie. Any other questions? Any questions? Drip's not here. You can ask why he's not here. Probably could, I'll answer it, but I'll answer before you ask. He's like, yo, Geeb, listen, this podcast thing that we do, it cuts into my gaming time. And I don't mean my Nintendo Switch. Drip is a secret PlayStation fanboy who just plays Ratchet and Clank on replay 24/7. That's why I edit his videos. I'm actually Drip. So what happens with the Drip videos these days is I record a video via me and then use AI to alter it to be him. audio, video, and all, and then I edit it and I post it, and then he gets all the credit, you know. So I mean, he's too busy playing Ratchet and Clank. It's what he's doing right now. He's playing Ratchet and Clank. What are you gonna do? Well, I can't tell boy to stop playing Ratchet and Clank. Tell me you're gonna tell your son. He's not my son, but tell me you're gonna tell your son stop playing a game. I can't tell him not to. If he wants to play a game, play a game. Fine. Shooter McGavin. Yeah, Shooter McGavin was awesome. He was that whatever his name is, the real actor's name. He's perfect for the role. He's a great actor, and I loved his role in the second movie. It was great. No, Coca baby. AI secret gamer, yeah. Christopher McDonald. There, you were a wealth of information. I appreciate that. You and Jeff, two of our two references for this show. All right, I'm gonna sign off for this week, guys. I want that phone case flask. Oh yeah, the phone case flask. Yeah, that was funny. Abby and I went to Subway the other day. We didn't get the souvenir cups because like we had this plan. Oh, we're just gonna go. We were in Walmart. We were in a Subway and a Walmart. So we went shopping, and then we were going to bring Subway sandwiches home for lunch at Walmart, right? We get to the counter to do that. Oh, I didn't mention that. So we're in Walmart. We grab a bag of chips at Walmart because the chips, they're overpriced at Subway. They charge too much for the chips. Most places like that, they charge too much. But so we were like, oh, okay, we'll get a bag of chips in Walmart, and then we'll eat that with our sandwich instead of paying, $7 for 2 tiny bags of chips. We'll pay $5 for 1 big bag. So we get to the counter and like, oh, you can only get the cups if you buy a meal. I'm like, I don't want a meal. We just bought the chips. We didn't have to buy chips and a meal, and now you gotta buy the meal and So I was like, we can get cookies. And she even said she wanted cookies. She's like, I want a cookie. I was like, But we'll get the cookie in the meal, so she'll get the cookies, and I'll get the cups, and then we'll be happy. And then she's like, no. I'm like, now you don't want a cookie because I want a cup? Guys never get married. I'm just kidding. We're not even married yet. She's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. I love you. We're going to be leaving this show here before I say anything else stupid that's going to get me divorced before I get married. And yeah, you guys have been awesome tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to get this thing uploaded to the podcast feeds for you guys to enjoy later on if you miss any part of the episode. I'm also going to go play games with my friends after this. This has been like the Wednesday tradition is after the pod, I go play games with my buddies. So that's been fun. So you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys being here. And I'll see you guys next week. Later, Gators.